While other violin teachers demanded perfection and precise finger placement, 78-year-old Giuseppe taught through trembling hands and missed notes. While others criticized mistakes, he found beauty in imperfection. And while 10-year-old Sophia initially felt sorry for her grandfather's shaking caused by Parkinson's, she was about to discover that his flawed playing contained more wisdom about life, resilience, and true artistry than any perfect performance ever could. But the true power of the music created by these trembling hands hadn't even been revealed yet. On that cold October afternoon, when 10-year-old Sophia Martinez arrived at grandfather Giuseppe's house, she didn't hear the usual musical sounds. This was very strange. Giuseppe played violin every day at 4 o'clock, the same routine for 50 years. "Grandpa?" called Sophia as she opened the door. Giuseppe was sitting in his chair in the living room, holding his violin in his lap. But he wasn't playing. He was just looking at it. "Hello, sweetheart," said Giuseppe, with a glimmer of sadness in his eyes. "Why aren't you playing? You always play at this time." Giuseppe took a deep breath. "Sophia, I need to tell you something. I got bad news from the doctor." Sophia's heart tightened. "What news?" "I have Parkinson's disease. This means my hands will shake more and more." "What does that mean?" Giuseppe raised his hands. Sophia noticed for the first time. They really were trembling slightly. "It means playing violin will become increasingly difficult." Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "But you're the best violin teacher. You still have so much to teach me." Giuseppe tried to smile. "Who said I would stop teaching? But if your hands shake." "Sweetheart, music isn't just about perfect technique. What really matters is here," said Giuseppe, pointing to his heart. That evening as Sophia went home, her head was full. How would her grandfather play violin with shaking hands? And how would he teach her? The next day in music class at school, her teacher Miss Chun talked to them about perfection. In music, the most important thing is technical accuracy. Every note must be perfect. Every rhythm must be precise. Sophia thought about her grandfather. His playing wouldn't be perfect anymore. This was sad. After school, she went to Giuseppe's house. This time she found him playing violin. But it was very different. His hands were shaking. Sometimes the bow missed the strings. The notes didn't quite sit right. But Sophia noticed something. The melody was still beautiful. Beautiful in a different way. When Giuseppe saw her, he stopped. "Ah, sweetheart. You came. Grandpa, your playing is different. I know. I can't control my hands like I used to. But it's still beautiful." Giuseppe's face lit up. "Do you really think so?" "Yes. Different, but beautiful. That's a very important lesson, Sophia. Beauty doesn't always come from perfection." The next week, Giuseppe started giving Sophia her first lesson. But this was very different from the lessons she was used to. "Grandpa, your violin hold looks wrong," said Sophia. Giuseppe smiled. "Right. I can't hold it like I used to. But look, I can still play." With his trembling hands, he played a simple melody. It wasn't perfect, but it was emotional. "What does this teach us?" asked Giuseppe. Sophia thought. "I don't know. Adaptation. That means adjusting to changing conditions. In life, not everything goes according to plan. What matters is how you adapt to the new situation." Giuseppe extended the violin to Sophia. "Now you play. But don't try to be perfect. Just feel." Sophia took the violin. When she started playing, a few notes came out wrong. "Oh, I made a mistake." "Don't stop. Continue. There's no such thing as a wrong note. Only unexpected notes." Sophia continued. This time she accepted the wrong notes and included them in the melody. Something strange but beautiful emerged. "Did you see? You also adapted." As weeks passed, Giuseppe's condition got a bit worse. His hands shook more. Sometimes he even had trouble holding the violin. One day Sophia asked him, "Grandpa, isn't it difficult for you? I mean, you used to play so well." Giuseppe stopped and thought. "Sophia, let me tell you a story. When I was young, I was very perfectionist. I wouldn't accept even a single wrong note. Is that bad?" "No, but it was incomplete. Because music isn't just about correct notes." Giuseppe started playing a slow melody with his trembling hands. "Listen to this melody. Is it perfect?" "No, but..." "But what?" "But it's very emotional. Like it's telling a story." "Exactly. Now you understand." Perfection is cold. But emotion, playing despite making mistakes, showing effort, these are warm. Giuseppe put down the violin. Sophia, Parkinson's taught me the true meaning of music. How? It forced me to slow down. It forced me to pay attention to every note. It forced me to play patiently, without rushing. Sophia thought about her grandfather's words. So illness is actually a teacher? Sometimes the most difficult situations become the best teachers. A month later, Giuseppe's trembling had gotten much worse. Now some days he couldn't play violin at all. Sophia was very sad about this situation. Grandpa, maybe you should rest. Don't force yourself to play. No, sweetheart. As long as I play, I feel alive. That day, Giuseppe gave her a special lesson. Sophia, today we'll just have a listening lesson. Listening lesson? Yes. I'll play. You'll just listen. And you'll tell me what you feel. Giuseppe took his violin. His hands were shaking more than before, but he started playing. The melody was slow and emotional. Some notes came very slowly, some came out shaky. But Sophia had never heard anything so beautiful. What do you feel? Asked Giuseppe. Sadness, but at the same time beauty. And hope. Perfect. That's the power of music. When it's played not just with technique, but with soul, it touches the listener's heart. Giuseppe placed the violin in his lap. Sophia, do you think I play better now or before? This was a difficult question. Technically, you were better before. But now I feel more. I see you in your music. Giuseppe's eyes filled with tears. That's it. Music isn't a perfection competition. It's an art of expression. When November came, Giuseppe's condition became even more challenging. Some days his hands shook so much he couldn't even hold the violin. Sophia didn't want to witness this situation. Grandpa, maybe don't play today. Why? Because it looks difficult. Giuseppe looked at her. Sophia, do we run away from difficult things? Sometimes shouldn't we? Sometimes yes. But sometimes the difficult thing is the most important thing. That day Giuseppe, with very shaky hands, played a very simple children's song. Very slowly, with many mistakes, but to the end. Did you listen? Yes. Was it perfect? No. But did I finish it? Yes. That's also a lesson. Finishing is more important than being perfect. Sophia thought about these words. She had many projects at school that she left half-finished. Grandpa, I leave many things half-finished. Why? When I realize they won't turn out perfect. Giuseppe smiled. So what did you learn now? I should finish even if it's not perfect. Very good. And you know what? Sometimes the most beautiful things come from our imperfections. In December, school had break. Sophia spent time with her grandfather every day. Giuseppe's condition had worsened considerably. One day, he couldn't hold his violin. His hands were shaking too much. Grandpa, don't be sad. We'll try tomorrow. No, Sophia. Today there's a very important lesson. But you can't play. Who said I need to play? Giuseppe extended the violin to Sophia. You play. I'll listen. But I'm still learning. In the most beautiful way. Don't try to be perfect. Just play. Sophia took the violin. She started playing the simple melody Giuseppe had taught her. Her hands were also shaking from excitement. Slower, said Giuseppe. Don't rush. Every note has its time. Sophia slowed down. This time it was better. Now close your eyes and just feel the music. Sophia closed her eyes. Something strange happened. The music started to feel different. Like the violin was talking to her. What do you feel? Like the violin is talking to me. Exactly. Music is an art of communication. A way to express yourself. That day Giuseppe taught her that music was much bigger than technique. At the beginning of January, Giuseppe's hands hadn't stopped shaking at all. Now there were days he couldn't play. Sophia was very sad about this situation. Grandpa, what does the doctor say? The disease is progressing. This is normal. But if you can't play violin. Giuseppe looked at her. Sophia, do you think music only happens by playing? What do you mean? Music also happens by listening. By feeling. By remembering. Giuseppe pointed to his old violin. This violin is 100 years old. How many hands has it passed through? Who knows? Each one added their own music to it. And what am I adding to it now? You're adding love to it. You're adding patience. And most importantly, you're adding the determination to continue. Giuseppe stroked his violin with his trembling hand. This violin is aging with me. But music doesn't die. Where does it live then? In you, in what you learned, and in the people you'll teach. That day, Sophia understood something very important. Music was bigger than the instrument. In February, Giuseppe made a special offer to Sophia. Sweetheart, do you think we could give a two-person concert? Concert? But I'm not ready yet. What does being ready mean? Sophia thought. She was starting to understand Giuseppe's philosophy. Not being perfect, right? Being ready means being willing to play. But who will listen? Just us. We'll play for each other. That Sunday, Giuseppe and Sophia prepared a small concert. Giuseppe's hands were shaking a lot, but he was determined to play. They played the first piece together. Giuseppe played the main melody. Sophia played the simple accompaniment parts. It wasn't perfect. Giuseppe's hands were shaking. Sophia sometimes missed the rhythm. But together they were creating very beautiful music. How is this possible? Asked Sophia. Because we're in harmony. We're both listening to each other. In the second piece, Giuseppe struggled a lot. His hands could barely hold the violin. But Sophia stepped in. Grandpa, you keep the rhythm, I'll play the melody. And that's what they did. Giuseppe kept rhythm with his trembling hands. Sophia played the melody. Did you see? Said Giuseppe. Music isn't something done alone. It's played together. In March, Giuseppe couldn't play violin at all anymore. But he hadn't given up music. Sophia, now you can be my teacher. What do you mean? You play, I'll listen, and I'll tell you what I feel. This was a reversal of roles. Now Sophia was playing, Giuseppe was listening. This is very strange, said Sophia. Why? Because I was learning from you. Now you're listening to me. Learning isn't one way, sweetheart. I'm also learning from you. What are you learning? The energy of youth. The courage to play without fear. And most importantly, pure love for music. Sophia was very affected by these words. Am I really learning from you too? Of course. You give me hope. You show me that music will continue. That day, Sophia was very happy. She could be not just a student, but also a teacher. In April, Giuseppe gave Sophia a very special gift. This is for you. He extended his old violin. But this is your violin. Now it's your violin. I gave it meaning. Now you give it meaning. Sophia took the violin in her hands. It was very heavy, not just physically, but emotionally. But I don't play very well yet. It doesn't matter. This violin isn't for perfection, it's for love. Giuseppe showed the old scratches on the violin. Look, these are from my playing mistakes. But I didn't erase them. Why? Because they're also part of the music. Mistakes are what make us human. That day when Sophia received the violin, she felt great responsibility. This wasn't just an instrument, it was legacy, inheritance. Grandpa, do I deserve this legacy? Legacy isn't earned by deserving, sweetheart. It's received with love. In May, Sophia started playing completely alone for the first time. Giuseppe listened, but no longer guided her. What do you want to play today? Asked Giuseppe. I don't know. You decide. No. Now you'll decide. Music is personal expression. Sophia thought. Then I want to play the piece we first played together. Good choice. But this time just you. Sophia started playing. This time it was very different. Not perfect, but her own. How was it? She asked after playing. It was very beautiful. But more importantly, it was very you. What do you mean? I heard you in your music. Your style, your feelings, your personality. Giuseppe smiled. That's what real music is. Not imitating someone else, but expressing yourself. Sophia was very happy from this praise. She wasn't just learning technique anymore. She was becoming an artist. In June, there was an end-of-year concert at school. Sophia wanted to participate, but was scared. Grandpa, am I ready for the concert? What do you think? I don't know. I still make a lot of mistakes. Giuseppe looked at her. Sophia, remember, what is a concert for? To share music? Right. Not for a perfection show. But what if I make mistakes? Then it will still be music. Different music. Sophia gathered courage and participated in the concert. Giuseppe also came to listen to her. On stage, Sophia's hands were shaking. But she remembered her grandfather. Shaking is a sign of excitement. She started playing. A simple but beautiful piece that Giuseppe had taught her. In the middle, a note came out wrong. Sophia was going to stop, but continued. She included the wrong note in the melody. The audience didn't even notice. Giuseppe smiled proudly. When the concert ended, Giuseppe came on stage. "This is my granddaughter, and she made me very proud." "Why?" asked Sophia. "Because she didn't just play. She made music." During summer, Sophia started visiting Giuseppe's old students. They had all heard about the situation. "Sophia, how is your grandfather?" asked Maria, one of the former students. "He's fine. He's still teaching. But he can't play anymore, right?" "He can't play, but he's teaching. In different ways." Maria listened curiously. Sophia told her about Giuseppe's new teaching methods. "So music isn't just playing?" "No. Music is feeling, listening, sharing." After these conversations, Maria also visited Giuseppe. "Maestro, I want to thank you." "Why?" "Because you taught me not just to play violin, but to make music." And looking at Sophia, "I understand that this teaching continues." Giuseppe was very happy. His legacy was continuing. In September, when the new school year started, Sophia's music teacher made her an offer. "Sophia, would you like to help the younger students?" "How?" "You could assist in teaching them violin." Sophia got excited. "Really?" "Yes. You learn very well, and you're patient." Sophia told Giuseppe about this offer. "What do you think?" asked Giuseppe. "I'm excited but also scared." "Why are you scared?" "What if I teach wrong?" Giuseppe smiled. "Remember, there's no such thing as a wrong note. So how will I teach?" "The way I taught you. With patience, with love, and without pressure for perfection." So Sophia started teaching violin to younger students. She used Giuseppe's methods. As months passed, Sophia developed her own teaching style. She kept Giuseppe's principles, but added her own touches. "Children, who wants to play perfectly?" she asked one day. All hands went up. "Well, let me give you a secret. Perfection is boring." The children were surprised. Music isn't a perfection competition. It's an art of expression. Express yourselves. This approach worked very well. The children relaxed and started playing better. Giuseppe watched her from afar. "You teach very well. I learned from you." "No, you developed your own style. That's more beautiful." Sophia was now not just a student, but also a teacher. In December, Sophia organized a special concert for Giuseppe. She invited all the children she taught. "This concert is for my best teacher," she said. Giuseppe was very moved. During the concert, the children played one by one. None of them was perfect, but they were all very emotional. Finally, Sophia played the first piece Giuseppe had taught her. But this time it was very different, more mature, more meaningful. Giuseppe was crying, not just from happiness, but from pride. "This is wonderful," said Giuseppe. "Music is alive, continuing." "It will always continue," said Sophia. "Because you taught it." "No, sweetheart. You learned and shared. That's more important." Today, Sophia is 16 years old. Giuseppe is 84 and can't play violin at all anymore. But music still connects them. Sophia now studies at the conservatory. Her goal is to become a music teacher. "Why do you want to be a teacher?" asked her principal. "Because music exists to be shared. And the most beautiful sharing is teaching." Giuseppe's teaching philosophy continues to live in Sophia. The first thing she tells each student: don't try to be perfect. Just express yourself truly. And this approach works very well. Her students develop both technically and learn to love music. "Grandpa was right," says Sophia. "Music comes from the heart." Giuseppe is now very sick, but Sophia visits him every day and plays for him. "Sophia, you are my greatest achievement." "Why?" "Because you understood music, not the technique. You understood the soul." "This is thanks to you." "No, this is thanks to us. I taught, you learned and shared." Giuseppe watching outside through the window. Music is eternal. Each generation passes it to the next. And it continues like this forever. As Sophia plays her violin, Giuseppe listens and smiles. His hands don't shake anymore, but his heart still beats with music. Every time Sophia plays, she hears Giuseppe's voice. Expression, not perfection, matters. Music comes from the heart. Mistakes are also part of beauty. This story teaches us this. Real teaching is not about perfection, but about inspiration. Giuseppe's trembling hands didn't stop him. They taught him different teaching methods. And Sophia's discovery shows that sometimes the most powerful lessons come from the most difficult moments. Because in the end, music comes not from technique, but from the heart. And the heart never trembles.